Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Ozone Skyblock Reborn on the Fractured Flask channel. I've been busy since this episode and last. I've built a couple things in there. I've built this, I'll explain in a second, but the main thing from last episode was I finished the circle. It's a proper circle now. And also, I've put these little pylons in front of the tree to allow me to grow stuff. It doesn't grow this side of the tree, but then I can just come up here, grow that. Usually I don't grow them all anyway. I haven't been. I've just been doing these three and then grow them all like this. So that's done. It's a little cleaner, and we've got a central hub. We can build something that way, and that way, which I have created this, which is going to be our apartment. I don't need a huge house. I'm not really a builder, so I've created something where I can put my bed, a little storage chest. That's for probably a future episode. And then this is where the cooking for blockhead setup is going to go. Maybe along this wall. But I do want to design it a little better than just a cobblestone box, but basically this is just going to be where we live. In here, I'll show you. I built a little info booth with a bridge over top. We have furnace, crafting bench, chest, composter, barrel, sieve. Might switch that out later. We've got a bridge. I don't like how it joins this, but I haven't come up with a better way to do it yet. This is still running. This is full now. I've switched this out for a stone barrel. Still haven't built that. But I think that's everything I've done since the last episode. So to get on to what we're doing today, huge shout out to Grok the Duck Farmer, who left many helpful comments over the past couple episodes. He's just started a playthrough of this pack on his channel, so maybe I'll link that. Which you'll notice you can click links now. I have built up a sufficient channel history in order to make things work. Also, I think I've solved the noise issue. It turns out when you leave your OBS noise filter off, it does weird things, and you can hear noise. Funny how that works. But anyways, on today, we're going to implement some of those very helpful comments, starting with the juicer, which should make it easier to get food. I should say better food. Apples are free. We can create this. It has a higher food value, but the main thing is the higher saturation value there. And it's essentially the same cost because I can just stand there and grow apples. The next thing that we're going to work on today is... oh, this, right. Apparently you can make endstone with lava and glowstone dust. So I've switched this out to a stone barrel so that I can hook up fluids. And then if we do this, I can take glowstone and put it there. And we've got a bunch of endstone, which apparently I can crush for ender pearls, which will be useful because as long as this mob system is running, I have one ender pearl. It'll also give chorus fruit, I believe, which will be very useful. This is now going to... I'm going to leave that run for a while. Okay, now that that's out of the way. Also, cyclic macerator apparently is a thing from the cyclic mod that we can use to quadruple our ore output. I'm just hoping my system has enough power to run it, so we'll see how this goes. And I could have made this super easy. It's flint, copper, stone cutters, and cobblestone. But, oh, crushing macerator. Sorry, I thought it was a cyclic macerator. I don't know why I went around there. But we'll put this here. Now, the solar panels... I should sleep, actually. I was just telling someone in the comments that make sure to sleep or your solar panels will break. But the solar panels seem to be able to run 2 hammers and half a sifter, but they also manage to fill up during the day. So there is a little extra power, and I'm hoping the extra power on all 6 solar panels is enough to run this macerator. I have accomplished 64 iron ore. I pulled that from our system, and we're going to throw that in there and see if we can keep it running. Let's just watch this for a second. Now let's go upstairs and see if the solar panels are draining. I might need to make another one, which I'll do in between episodes. It's not a huge deal. The solar panels cannot keep up. Oh, great. So we are going to have to make another solar panel. I'll work on that in between episodes. But, okay, it didn't double the ore, but it did, or it didn't quadruple the ore, but it did double the ore. So I'm going to take that out for now. And then let it fill up, and then all the hammers can fill up again, and the solar panels can fill up, and I'll build another solar panel to run the macerator. Next on the docket, I noticed there was a quest for a market in the quest book, which it occurred to me that now I had access to red dye, and I can make it super easy. Barely an inconvenience. We're gonna put that... where do we want to put it? We're gonna put it here. Now, watch the guy fall in. We're gonna cut these down and put them over here because later this episode I want to do something with this drawer wall. Is that everything that I had on my mind there? Okay, so I did want to, before we get to that, I want to talk about future plans. In order to build the cooking with block heads and get working on my apartment, we need black dye for a couple things. One being the oven. It might just be the oven, actually. And I don't have a bunch of terracotta, which I will also get later. That's easy from clay. But the black dye I need. And the easiest way to get black dye in a mod pack like this is to use flowers. Mystical flowers. The problem is, the only way to get mystical flowers is either mystical flower essence from mystical agriculture, or we need to get some grass and grow flowers from there, and we need to use the floral fertilizer, which we can get because bone meal is coming out of our dust system, and then there's white dye, or we can use the blue dye for lapis. Floral fertilizer, basically infinite. But in order to get a bunch of dirt and grass, first I'll check if there are grass seeds. There are grass seeds, which we can get from sifting dirt. So we can let that grow out a little bit. But as to where we get the dirt, we're going to head into the Twilight Forest, because it is not a Floating Islands Twilight Forest. It is a normal modded Twilight Forest, which means it's normal terrain, which means we can vein mine our dirt to our heart's content. So that isn't too much of a problem. That's probably going to be next episode. I've turned particles down to get into the nether, but we're going to see how the Twilight Forest behaves on recording. So, I wanted to spend a portion of this episode opening some loot bags, because they only stack in 3, so eventually we are going to run out of space. I did fill all of these with emerald things. There's so many storage upgrades, we're never effectively going to run out of space on the loot bags, but I wanted to see. When I played Ozone Skyblock, Project Ozone 2 back in the day, you were able to click the loot bags that were in the mod pack onto the controller or a chest, or I think it was a chest. Just to show you, I'm pretty sure you can't do that here. You just click it and it will open whatever. So we do have to open them all manually. But that's what this wall of drawers are for. I'm going to put everything that we get from the loot bags in there. I've emptied out my inventory, so we can just grab a bunch of them. And I want to see what we can get out of these. So I'm just going to right-click a bunch of stuff. And we'll see. It seems to be mostly cookies, which, honestly, I'm okay with. Cookies aren't bad. That's all the common stuff. It's cookies, iron, and gold, and bones, it seems. So we'll put... I just opened 80 loot bags, and there's cookies, bones, and dirt. So it seems as though those early loot bags are not intended to be a lot of items, and they're just kind of a helper. Just get rid of that real quick. The gold, the iron and the gold we can throw into our system here. Lots of iron nuggets there, that's good. I don't have a spot for gold, so I'm going to put gold there. Now we're going to see what goes into these uncommon loot bags. And we'll just pop these open real quick. We have gold, golden carrots. I don't have a thing for iron ingots over there, but I will throw in the emeralds. We will take all 3 of our rare loot bags. We got iron, iron, and a golden apple. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put food on the bottom row, iron and gold there, and what will the epic loot bag give us? A bunch of golden apples. It seems as though the loot bags are designed to be... Oh, sorry. Those can also drop there. Actually, I think those might have come from a loot bag, so I'm gonna... Oh! That's concerning. That was never supposed to come... These aren't supposed to filter out. We've discovered a problem, it seems. Filter. And nothing is in there. All of these have their filters, right? Allow list. Maybe if they're empty, have a problem. So if I throw this in here, troubleshooting live, why not? Common loot bags. This is empty. So this one is also going to allow bones. And then, oh, I got rid of my bones. If we throw all of them else, all the rest have bones. Golden apples. Common loot bag. Bone. Bone. Okay. Now if I throw this in there. Why? This doesn't make any sense. That's not how filters work. Apparently, the filters for these just don't work. So, I think what we're going to do to solve that problem, at least in the meantime, is grab a chest. We will throw it in this corner. Or we will not throw it in that corner. I did put all my stuff over here. We'll not throw it in that corner. Because... Ugh. And now it's stuck in the pipe. These are not good pipes. We need better pipes. I'm going to put it there. So now... Maybe this will go in there? No. Okay. Alright, I know what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to take this and this. We're going to put this here. And we're going to leave that empty. So that anything that doesn't go into the rest of this will flow in here. And it will get stuck in the pipes. And every once in a while, we'll just have to come clean this out. and throw it in there. But I think that's enough for today. Yeah, we didn't accomplish a lot of base building today, but we increased our quality of life, we made some plans, and we discovered that loot bags are just free sources of metal and food, which would have been nice to know earlier, though we didn't, by the time we had the mob farm, we weren't really needing a lot of loose iron. So, yeah, go check out Grok the Duck Farmer's channel, linked in the description there. And I will see you next time for our journey into the Twilight Forest. Till then, later.